Hey, it's Sarah at Life with Training Wheels here for today's daily astrology. A lot of the astrology that I'm going to go over today was covered in yesterday's new moon, as it is part of the energy of the new moon that occurred yesterday. But this video is normally the daily transits I record in a short, but there's so much going on today that it is a little bit too long just to capture in a short. I'll tell you what the transits are. We have 4 big transits today, and then I'll pull up the chart and show you what the chart looks like. So the sun is entering Aquarius today, so happy birthday all Aquarius people. Enjoy your month. This is going to be a very busy Aquarius season with all the personal planets traveling through your sign, and a stellium, just like Capricorn had, a very rare stellium. So there's going to be a lot of energy over the Aquarius season in your sign, so be prepared for that. And in the description box below, during Aquarius season, if you are interested in having a solar return chart read for you, there will be a link for that, and I will have a 25% off coupon for a solar return chart for you during your birthday season. Then we also have, I guess there's 5 things going on. Venus in Aquarius is going to be the first of the personal planets to be in conjunction with Pluto today, so a big day of transformation. And then Mars is a big player today. It is in Capricorn, making a trine to Uranus and a sextile to Saturn. And then Saturn is making a sextile to Uranus as well. So lots going on, lots to talk about. Okay, so we have today's chart up on the screen now in whole sign house system. So you can see here that the sun moved into 0 degrees of Aquarius. So the sun is our ego, our vitality, our main focus, right? It's who we are here to be, and wherever the sun is transiting is kind of where our focus is. It's where our light is shining bright. It's where our energy is being concentrated. And so we're making this shift into Aquarius season. So wherever Aquarius falls for you in your chart, that is where your energy is going to be focused over the next month or so. Overall, the Aquarius energy represents technology. It represents our hopes and dreams for the future. It represents the collective and how we engage with the collective. It represents our friends and friend groups and the organizations that we belong to, kind of how we show up in the world, but not necessarily through our career, just how we show up otherwise. It can represent humanitarian efforts because it's very collective organized and how to make the collective better. It is also very much the energy of wanting to break out of the box, like looking at things from a different perspective and figuring out how we can do things differently or better, or get something more out of it. It's a very creative, innovative sign where we can just figure out how to do things differently. So that is where kind of our energy is going. Venus already entered here a few days ago. Now the sun is behind it. And so this is where our focus is going to be. So same thing in your own personal life. Wherever this energy is where you may be feeling over the next month or so that you really want to make some changes and do some things differently. So be prepared for that energy. And if you need help knowing kind of what the house systems mean, or what the houses mean, if you can identify where Aquarius falls for you in your chart. And I do have a video below on how to pull up your natal chart. But then if you want a little handout for what the houses mean, so you can get some more meaning out of what I'm talking about here, if you sign up for my newsletter in the link in the description box below, I do have a free download that goes through what the planets, houses, signs mean, so you can get a little bit more direction and clarity there for how this might be hitting you a little bit more personally. So then the next thing that's going on is Venus in Aquarius is making an exact conjunction to Pluto in Aquarius. So already this month, Venus has had a big month. On January 6th, Venus was conjunct the Sun and had a rebirth, a renewal of planting new seeds, a renewal of the cycle of Venus itself, with who you are, and shining a light on your value system, your finances, your relationships, all of those things. And then the very next day, on the 7th, Venus had a conjunction with Mars, which kind of internally lights up this creativity, lights up your passion, your desire, and reignites those things and reignites that cycle. And it's a birth of new creativity, new passions, new drive for the things that you value, potentially new work opportunities, like all sorts of things being rebirthed there, as well as maybe a rebalancing of the masculine feminine polarities of doing versus receiving within your own world. And then now we are having this Venus conjunct Pluto. So now that we've shined a light on it, we've done some recalibration, now we're going to go through the transformation. Now we're going to finish the work that the Sun conjunct Pluto, shining a light on what new beginnings we want to have within our Venus, within our value system, within our finances, within our relationships. And Pluto is coming in to do any excavation that needs to happen, right? It's hard to birth new seeds if there's a ton of weeds in the way. Those seeds aren't going to grow very well, right? So Pluto is here to do that excavation, to shine light on the hidden things, to bring some truths to the matter, to bring into our awareness anything that is holding us back from reaching our true potential. Bringing, like I said, truths. Pluto really wants the transformation. Pluto can also bring some power struggles, so there might be a little bit of that within relationships or with finances. Like, it can kind of be a little bit of a jarring, not so comfortable conjunction, but it is there to help us reach our highest potential and shine a light and do any weeding, do any inner transformation, do any shadow work that we need to do on what might be holding us back in the Venus themes of our life, of our finances, our material resources, our value system overall, and our relationships and how we're engaging with them. So Venus is just the first to make this conjunction with Pluto. During this Aquarius season, all of the personal planets are going to make a conjunction with Pluto. So it's going to be a very transformative month for the Aquarius areas of your chart and all of your basically personal being, and you're going through this transformation before we get to the end of the month, when the energy starts moving into Aries, with Neptune moving into Aries first. So then with the next three transits that are making an exact degree point today, there's quite a story going on as well. And so Mars is a big player here in Capricorn, and it is making an exact trine to Uranus and Taurus, and an exact sextile to Saturn in Pisces. So Mars is our willpower, our drive, our motivation, our fighting spirit, right? It can represent the more negative emotions like anger and things like that. But on the more positive side, it is our willpower and our passion and our desire and the things that we are the things that we find worth fighting for. And so it is, trining Uranus and sextiling Saturn. And then at the same time, Saturn is making the exact sextile to Uranus and Taurus. So there's a couple things fascinating about this. Number one, it's all very supportive energy. But number two, Saturn is the traditional rule. Saturn rules Capricorn, which is where Mars is. So this is a very, mutual discussion going on with these planets. And then Saturn is the traditional ruler of Aquarius. And Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. So Aquarius ruler, both Aquarius rulers are being played into as well. And we've got all this Aquarius energy going on today with the sun moving in there and Venus conjunct Pluto, as well as this Venus is the ruler of Taurus, of this Uranus and Taurus. So all these planets are very much supporting each other in what is going on today. And Mars is bringing the willpower, the motivation to move forward, to make progress, right? Mars in Capricorn wants to make progress, but in Capricorn, it wants to do so methodically. And same with this Saturn, right? Saturn wants to build the solid foundation. It doesn't want to do things nilly-willy. It doesn't want to act too fast. It wants to make sure that the actions that you are making are basically worthwhile and that they're going to have a solid footing, solid ground to build something for the long term. This is very building long-term energy going on here. And the Saturn to so the Mars is helping you put things in place, put boundaries in place in this Pisces area, right? Put boundaries in place, have more discernment of what is going on in the Pisces area. And then Mars making this trine to Uranus is also giving us the motivation, the willpower to make the changes and shake things up in the Taurus areas of our life. It's giving us the motivation, willpower to make those changes that otherwise we might want to resist a little bit more. But now, today, we're like, okay, let's do this, right? And then this Saturn making an exact sextile to Uranus, this energy is very much bringing, the Uranus energy is kind of chaotic, and it's here in Taurus shaking up things, the same things that Pluto in Aquarius is shaking up. It's shaking up our resources, our finances. So there might be some things, today on the financial markets, which could be interesting, or the agricultural markets, or anything going on with our resources, right? Silver is a big topic in the collective right now. So there could be some news about what's going on with that. Again, our agricultural system, our value system, things of that nature are, being shaken up right now. And Saturn is really helping us collectively and personally, like, ground in the energy that is being shaken up. Like, it's a very supportive. So the whatever changes are coming, whatever shakeups are happening, even if they may seem a little chaotic on the outside, this trine or this sextile is indicating that there is stability underneath it, and Saturn is bringing stability to this chaos. It's bringing stability to whatever is going on in the markets, to whatever is going on in our own personal finances, our own personal value system, things like that, and bringing as well some of the Pisces energy with it, right? Like grounding in this energy of trust, number one, right? Pisces is the energy of the unseen, the hidden realms, and learning how to just trust. It is the a sign of empathy and compassion and things like that, but it also is a sign of like inner knowing as well, right? Like being connected to the higher realms and things like that. So it is bringing some grounding and some trust into the process of whatever is being shaken up over here in the Taurus areas and things like that. The other thing to note with this sextile is that this is very rare. And, you know, in yesterday's new moon video, I talked about how the new moon is really the seeding point between where we've been and where we're going. And if you look, like, this is such a clean chart in that, I mean, all of the energy is focused on this divine mini grand trine. And this is one of the times when this, during, you know, from, I think this started maybe in 2024, definitely 2025, but it's going to be in the background going on until 2029. And this is one of the most potent time periods of this divine mini grand trine before Uranus and Saturn move into Aries, or Neptune and Saturn move into Aries. Uranus moves into Gemini, Jupiter moves into Leo, and Pluto is here in Aquarius, where it is staying for the next 20 years or so. But so before all these outer planets make their moves, this is a heightened time of this energy being focused like this. And after all these planets do make their moves, there will be some other tight sextiles and stuff here as well, but this is one of the most heightened times. And if we look at this Saturn-Uranus sextile exact, it did happen in April of 2025, but before that, the time period between 500 BC to the year 2500, it has only happened 12 times, this exact sextile. The last time was in 1935, and the next time won't be until 2495. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime sextile for us, and, you know, it doesn't happen. It's not going to happen for many generations to come, right? Like, this is really a seeding point, a time for us to really focus on this energy and building a foundation built on, you know, what is aligned. You know, this is what is aligned with the higher realms, the higher purpose, and bringing structure and stability and alignment with what is best for all people, you know, not just the elites, not just whatever, what is best for all people in the Taurus areas, and how do we shake it up to bring that stability. So that's a lot of what this energy is. And again, just fascinating that Venus, the ruler of Taurus, is making this conjunction with Pluto on this exact same day, helping excavate any weeds, helping get rid of anything that needs to be gotten rid of, and to shine a bright light, right? Pluto uncovers truth. This Pluto shines light on those dark hidden things that we or other people want to keep secret, and bring bring the truth out. So, the fact that all this is happening in this energy right now is pretty amazing. So in your own personal life, again, you want to look to see where this Aquarius energy is, and the Pisces and Taurus energies are, and that is where you are going to be kind of feeling this energy. And sextiles and trines usually bring things to us a little bit more easily. Sextiles we really have to work with. So wherever these two houses are in your personal chart, you may want to consciously be aware of bringing stability from whatever house your Pisces is into whatever house your Taurus is in, and then really as well concentrate on the value adjustments and truths coming up, bubbling up, the transformation that's happening within your own world in regards to the Aquarius areas of your life as well. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them below and I will try to answer them. Otherwise, any way you can engage with this video will help my tiny channel grow as well, and I'd greatly appreciate it. But other than that, I will see you back here tomorrow for tomorrow's daily astrology. I'm thinking that tomorrow we'll be able to be in short form version, but either way, I look forward to seeing you back here today, and enjoy the day.